Hello there, you're watching our television. This is State of Business. I am Pamudha Katugampala. We know top stories. Government will announce tourism strategy soon, President says. Sri Lanka tourism surpasses 700,000 arrivals this year. Welcome back, you're with State of Business. Now let's have a detailed look at today's stories. Now, President Ranil Wickremesinghe announced that the government will be unveiling a new tourist plan called Visit Sri Lanka, which is in the final stages of development and will be released in the upcoming months. President made this statement while attending the award ceremony Bokis Door held in Colombo last Sunday.
Indian estimates are that Sri Lanka can take up to 10 million tourists, most of them from Asia and the Indian Ocean region. So there will be a change, but we have to ensure that we go upmarket. Now, if you look at 5 million tourists or 10 million tourists, there has to be different types of tourism. And one that we can do well is culinary tourism. Culinary tourism we can do quite well. And that's what we should focus on. Nevertheless, we should go in for food. And if you are having culinary tourism, remember bulk are going to come from Asia. So there has to be fusion. Food from different parts of Asia, not only Europe. That's what we should focus on. Therefore, I think we must now train more and more personnel in the hospitality field, especially that culinary tourism. So let's get ready for it. I've been talking with some of my planners and others, and we feel, firstly, we have got to upgrade our hotel school, and it must become a genuine hotel school. But more than that, together with the private sector, the travel industry, the hotel industry, government is prepared to start a culinary school. We'll be announcing a new tourism plan. It's called Visit Sri Lanka, which will most probably be released in August or September. We are giving the final touches, but we are ready to go along.
Now, Minister of Education Susil Premajanta said that the government plans to improve the research culture among university students and professionals with special emphasis on applied research. The minister said this during an award ceremony organized by the Ceylon Institute of Builders in Colombo recently.
As a Minister of Education and my colleague, State Minister of Higher Education, Dr. Raghavan, we are taking all the steps to improve further the research culture in our university system and especially among professionals in our country. Our population is 22 millions. If we maintain that standard, we must have at least 22,000 researchers in the country. But to my knowledge, it's less than 5,000. And if I further explain, so there are mainly two categories, fundamental research and applied research, right? It's very few engaged with applied research. I am very happy your institution paved the way for applied researchers, because always your profession engaged with applied research.
Education Minister Susil Premajanta also said that while the government is planning to transform the education system, the priority at this point in time should be given to recovering the broken down economy.
We are in the transformation of education. It will take some time. You just can't change the systems overnight. As policymakers, we have to take policy decisions considering all aspects. Our number one priority is recovery our economy. That is number one. Now, in higher education, our State Minister knows very well, we have been granted some funds by various organizations. There are World Bank projects, ADB projects, JICA, then Quality Fund. So all these projects were halted as a result of declaring the bankruptcy the last year. So Ministry of Higher Education, so we can't find funds here. We were expecting to complete all these projects, especially the construction projects, within a certain period of time.
See you soon with more stories after this short commercial break.
jet out.
IWS Aviation.
Welcome back, you're watching State of Business. Now, Sri Lanka's tourism sector surpassed a significant milestone of 700,000 tourist arrivals for this year so far. Despite being the off-peak season, the daily average of tourist arrivals has shown improvement, with over 4,000 visitors flocking to the country each day. Boosted by a surge of Indian travellers, Sri Lanka has warmly welcomed over 700,000 tourists so far. Tourism Minister Harin Fernandes said to a local newspaper that the steady growth of Sri Lanka's tourism demonstrates that the country's unique ability to captivate travellers. In the first 20 days of this month, over 80,000 visitors have arrived in the country. India takes the lead as the top source market, contributing over 13,000 tourist arrivals, constituting 17% of the total visitors so far. Following closely behind are the United Kingdom, China, Germany and the Russia Federation. The latest data released by the Sri Lanka Tourism Development Authority also showed arrivals from countries such as the Maldives, France, Canada, Australia and the Netherlands. Sri Lanka Tourism has expressed confidence in the industry's potential to welcome 2 million arrivals and generate $3.7 billion in income this year. The government has set ambitious goals of increasing arrivals to 5 million and generating an impressive $21.6 billion in revenue by 2030. Meanwhile, member of the Communist Party of China Central Committee Political Bureau Yuan Jiajun paid a courtesy call on President Ranil Wickremesinghe at the Presidential Secretariat on Saturday. During the meeting, President Wickremesinghe presented Sri Lanka's ambitious development plans with a primary focus on enhancing connectivity with the rest of Asia. The President outlined how these plans would foster economic growth and facilitate increased trade and investment opportunities. Moreover, President Wickremesinghe briefed the Chinese delegation on the commendable progress being made in the country's debt restructuring efforts. He expressed his confidence that upon successful completion of the restructure, several halted development projects would resume promptly, further bolstering economic development. The Chinese delegation appreciated the President's steadfast efforts to stabilize Sri Lanka's economy amid challenging circumstances. According to the Presidential Media Division, the visiting delegation expressed optimism and confidence in the country's future economic growth trajectory. Now, Port City Colombo has taken a significant step towards fostering stronger ties between the Thai and Sri Lanka business communities. A memorandum of understanding was signed between Port City Colombo and the Thai Sri Lanka Chamber of Commerce in Bangkok recently. The MOU marks a pivotal moment in promoting bilateral trade and investment opportunities between Sri Lanka and Thailand through PCC. The objective of the agreement is to facilitate and enhance cooperation, providing a platform for business development and collaboration between the two nations. Representatives from both entities were present at the signing ceremony. During the event, discussions focused on the abundant business opportunities within Port City Colombo and the potential for collaboration in various sectors. Both parties expressed their commitment to exploring avenues of mutual growth, trade expansion and investment promotion. The MOU aims to strengthen economic cooperation and fostering greater connectivity between Sri Lanka and Thailand. It paves the way for deeper engagement and opens up a multitude of possibilities for businesses in both countries. Stay tuned for the stock update. Welcome back here with State of Business. Now the stock update. Trading at Colombo Stock Exchange ended on negative notes today. The Asia Price Index dropped 24.48 points to close at 11,069.44, and the S&P SL 20 dropped 19.34 points to close at 3,198.99. The turnover was 2.5 billion rupees and over 88 million shares were traded. Coming up next are Forex rates. Well, that's it for tonight. For this and more, subscribe to our channel on YouTube and follow us on Facebook. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.